Hey guys, what's happening? Round Saturn 31 coming back at you. It's been quite a while. I've had several people shoot me an email, a text message saying, hey, what happened to the trains? Are you doing anything? Are you going to do anything? Yes, I am. 2 kids in college and life goes on, and you do hobbies when you have time and money. Well, I have the time. We're in COVID-19 lockdown, and I have just enough money to finish what I need to. So what you're looking at is the wall going into my house. That is some radiant barrier underneath some foam insulation. So now we have an insulated, not really a ceiling, but whatever you want to call it. I guess it's my ceiling. We have drywall and it's painted. We have Wi-Fi. We have this neat little device off of eBay, 80 bucks, iLiving. It's an exhaust fan with a pull cord, great to get rid of the heat in those summer days, and also the smell of smoke from the MTH trains, which, as you know, smoke a lot. Air conditioning to keep us nice and cool. A couple locomotives. That was the garage door. Now it's a wall. Sorry for the autofocus. Put a little bit of memorabilia up there. And a fake brick wall to give the room some warmth, kind of give it that industrial Starbucks look, flat black. Anyway, that's the room. Oh yes, the carpet that my boss gave me, which worked out great, carpet squares. So this structure here, the room is about 10 by 20, like I say, a garage built in the 40s. This structure is about 10 by 13. I'm 5'2", so I don't mind using the duck under, and also could have got fancy, made that lift out or build a swing gate or something, but I've never seen anybody do that and run on live catenary system, which I'm thinking about doing, going all the way around with that. So I didn't want to be the first to try to knock that project out. 2-rail, Atlas scale 2-rail, MTH locomotive that has a switch on the bottom letting you select 2 or 3 rail. Does have high rail wheels with their big flanges, but I think it looks fine and it runs great, and since there's no switches on this railroad, works really good on that track. This guy, I have a video I made a few months ago with him running on this track, and how I did that was take off the rollers and switch it to overhead wire and wire it up that way. But I have so much of this beautiful 3-rail concrete modern tie track from Atlas that I thought, you know what, instead of converting all those passenger cars that will go behind him, may as well just use the 3-rail track. So anyway, doing a little bit of everything. I've got some questions for you guys that know about this stuff, this MTH DCS. Sorry for the glare. I've got several components here that I've been messing with. Obviously, it's just very temporary, laying the track out so that I could visualize what I want this railroad to become. So I was messing with firing up the locomotives, running trains, and I've got some concerns. I built several layouts, G-scale on battery power, outdoors, N-scale, HO, 3-rail, conventional. Now I'm switching, and a lot of DCC on the HO especially, switching over to DCS for obvious reasons why I want to do that over conventional, but some problems have come up. If I use this guy on him, works just fine, other than the fact that during that 10-foot straight run seems to lose the information going back and forth. So I'm sure when I build this I'll have feeders every 5 feet, and I will use star wiring, so maybe that'll solve the problem. But I would think on a temporary basis with clean wheels and track it wouldn't be so touchy, but it is. But it works. This guy on this track, clean wheels, clean track, he goes about 5 feet. and loses signal. And it seems like this is a lot less user-friendly than DCC. Doesn't seem to remember the address. Has error messages all the time. Now this could be a bad unit. I got this off eBay, so I don't know, but it seems to be working, but really touchy with the steamer. Then I have this set up, which is just your basic, what is this guy called? The DCS remote commander. Very basic setup, and when you use it, instead of that, with the steamer, he runs like a Swiss watch. This guy, not so much. But I just read before I started making this video that I need to clean the memory or go back to factory reset, because once you program a number, like I programmed him number 30 on here, it will no longer work off this. Kind of read something going along those lines. Maybe that's right, maybe that's wrong. If you know, let me know. Then really interesting, hook up this basic starter set controller. Guess you can consider it conventional, just with the bell and whistle commands. And if I hook that up, this guy works fine. This guy lights and sounds, but will not go forward or reverse no matter what I try to do. And yes, I did go underneath the tender and flip the switch back to polarity instead of DCS. Still doesn't work, so it won't move on conventional. So, you know, a day of just sitting around, messing around, running trains or trying to, and looking and deciding what I want to do. Not super impressed with the DCS so far. Seems extremely touchy. Now that could be because I don't have drop down wires, I don't have the star wiring done, I just run jumpers to test. Maybe that's the whole problem. Not sure. Another question for you guys that know a lot more about this than I do, which is I'm sure everybody listening. Got this guy, it's the older one with the serial port, so it all needs to be updated. I'm wondering if it's worth updating this and getting the, I believe it's called the YIU or WIU for the new Wi-Fi interface deal, and hooking them together, or because this layout will only have 3 trains running at once, should I just buy the Explorer and sell off the rest of this stuff and just use the phone app? Watching videos, it seems like the software on that is updated. Seems like it's quicker. Put the locomotive on the track. I watched Eric Siegel's video and it seemed like it found it right away. AEM7, yes, and start running. Where this thing doesn't seem to be as updated. Obviously it's older, so it's not as updated with the software. I just want something easy and simple. I would like to be able to, you know, do some of the functions. I don't need to get in and mess around with the changing the CVs and all the stuff you do in the HO or N-scale world, but just want to be able to get to the features. And if the Explorer, I know it has just basic features, but it might be good enough for something this small. Anyway, if you guys are into this, if you're running DCS, if you're doing the Wi-Fi, whether you have a big giant layout or something small like this, let me know in the comments. Get a hold of me. Let me know if you have any tips. Like I say, looks pretty touchy. Maybe it's because of this, how can I say it, half-ass wiring I've got going on, just temporary stuff. But it seems touchy. I'm not sure. I've got a lot of soldering and a lot of work to do, and I want to do it the right way. So how would you spend your money? Explorer, the more expensive one that couples with that, conventional, wire it up and see if this thing works fine. I don't know. Anyway, thoughts are welcome. That's an update. I'll try to update you guys weekly as I get things, you know, progress made. Still deciding what I want to do here, but just want to run trains, be able to see the sights and sounds and all that, and not too worried about operation. So maybe the basic Explorer is the way to go. Anyway, let me know. and next time we'll hopefully have some road bed down and some jumpers, and we'll run some trains. Alrighty guys, enjoy your time at home during this COVID craziness that we're all experiencing, and happy railroading. Talk to you later. Bye bye.